there has to be a species that did it, but if we're the only species, or maybe the species died, and then I think this one get tied in with dark energy and dark matter. That's if it's a computer. I mean, who's behind the computer? And gods will never appear no matter what. I mean, we already disproved the gods. So I mean, they're so obviously it's very crucial if we could find intelligent life. But it doesn't have to be with that computer thing. It just could be just more unknown science and just more evolution of unknown science, because there's older universes than us, younger planets, older planets, and so maybe it's just not going to be as mind-blowing. But they said there was computer code in the fabric of the universe, so something, I think, has to be out there besides us, some kind of super entity or species. And I hope we find out soon. I mean, we need to find out how the computer code got into the universe. What was before the Big Bang? We proved that God didn't create the universe. But what was before the Big Bang? But, okay, cycles of Big Bangs. Okay. What caused that cycle? And then maybe just unknown science to explain that. So I hope there's a Dyson spheres, intelligent life, and so forth. I mean, okay, we know how life arose and how we can actually create it and simplify it and alter it. Okay, we know God didn't create the universe. This is proved. Or any gods. Okay. So, before the Big Bang, series of collapse crunches. Okay. But what caused that first thing, like a super gun, a super spark, super entity, alien? And people say, "Oh, God," but and God, which God? Is it hiding? People say can't disprove God, but I mean, seriously, I mean, what? Which? I don't think it's God's. I mean, everything is natural. I think it's just unknown science that we just can't understand. I think it's some kind of a computer. 2D, 3D, 4D universe. We need to go deeper. Something happened. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of what it could be. I mean, maybe we will never know. At that point, we can never know, maybe. I mean, if we can find maybe fossils of aliens, maybe we could trace something that happened. I mean, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot saying there has to be another species out there, but I don't know. Either there is or there isn't. If there is, okay, it makes it easier to maybe explain. If there isn't, everything naturalistic from the cosmos and the climates, the asteroids bombarded. We might never know. I mean, that's deep. But dark energy, dark matter, maybe that's the piece of the puzzle. Because they said it's all of a web. The universe is all of a web for the universe. It's like dark energy, dark matter. It's all a web. It's technically a computer. Who's behind the computer? It's like, it's God. And I'm like, what? Satan? It just putting viruses? That makes sense. An invisible God? So now you really want to die, right? See if this thing appears. But then you die, there's nothing. If you die, you can't come back. I don't see it. Trust me, I want the supernatural to exist. You know? That'd be fucking badass. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Like I say, stay tuned. Because I'm staying tuned. I guess we'll see what this object is, if it's a Dyson sphere. Maybe in 30 years we can get to that really unknown science. You know, that before the Big Bang, or to the parallel universe, or track that computer code into the entity that made it and died or something. I mean, this could go on forever. I mean, you know, past billion, trillion. And that's why people think of a God, because they can't, their brain stops. They can't think of anymore. I can't think of anymore, but I'm not stopping saying it's God. Because it never was God. And what would God be doing? Hiding, and just decided to make everything and which God. And like I said, I don't think it's a God. I think it's like some sort of super entity. I don't know. It's and will we ever know? You know, will we ever know? I want to know. I'm not killing myself just to see the supernatural. Because it just might be nothing. You know? Unless if we truly are in the Matrix. And it's just not as mind-blowing as the movie. And then you get rebooted to another Matrix. I don't know, something. I don't know. Maybe all I can think of, either some kind of super entity, or if it wasn't, it was just unknown science that we can't yet explain. You know? That's what I'm thinking. It's gotta be one of those things. As far as we know, it's never going to be a God. Even of the other universe. I mean, we've proved all the religious gods are false. And a DS God that doesn't interfere in our universe is pointless. It's pointless to believe in any of these gods. Because the religious gods are terrible. The DS God it's stupid to believe because it doesn't do anything. And gods don't have personality and voice because supernatural does not exist. I wish it existed. So that's what it boils down to. What happened if it was many gods, like these alien type gods? That seems far-fetched too. Yeah, that's why people believe the Anunnaki. But science has disproved the Anunnaki. We found fossils older than the Anunnaki. You know? So gods are still out of the picture. I just hope we find what happened. So, like, once again, it goes back to dark energy, dark matter, parallel universe. And then what? Find out what caused that dark energy, dark matter. What? That's where exciting. That's where the unknown science. And they said there could be a theory of everything. I forgot one. I mean, oh yeah, they unify the forces, all the forces. Learn. Hopefully soon. I want to know about the parallel universe. I want to know if it's there, or if there's nothing there. I want to know about dark energy, dark matter, the origin, what caused it, why does it exist. Technically, I want to know everything. But even if we can nail, people say, oh, well, if you know, you can never know everything because there always be new things. But even if we nailed the most major thing, such as which we did with the physicists disproved that God created the universe, you know, because it was virtual power infinitely magnified, the universe always existed, you know, something didn't come out of nothing, because people says, yeah, that's true, then all physics goes out, all math goes out the window. So this means it's still strong that everything's natural and they're never going to be supernatural. And they said with mathematics, everything can be solved in the universe. So, which is very powerful. That and supernatural doesn't exist. God's gaps getting non-existent, too non-existent, absolutely non-existent. Dr. Mir said God doesn't even need to exist. Hawking said to explain the universe, and we explained it. You know that physics proved there is no God because something out of come of nothing, nothing can come out of something. The universe is always nothing, just more orderly nothing, right? So I hope that it's as cool as we think with the sci-fi, you know, the Matrix type world, and you know, it's all the computers were in the Matrix. But I've yet to be super blown away. I mean, I want that super sci-fi stuff. I mean, I'm not giving up on the super sci-fi stuff, but it seems we just never achieved it, or never seen that. Like I said, if I see supernova exploding or stars exploding, badass. And I heard actually they wouldn't make a sound. Still look badass. And there's a hole in the sun, you know. Like I said, there's too much going on in the universe for God to intervene. What is God creating holes in the sun? You know, it doesn't make sense. God put the laws there and just vanishes? Doesn't make sense. You know, some super entity, maybe. Not a God, but, you know, what else do I want to say? We just need to learn deeper and deeper. Maybe we have to go really deep to at least find that mind-blowing sci-fi stuff. You know, maybe that could be many years ahead of us. But I want to be blown away. I hope the thing is like a Dyson sphere, you know, super crazy looking aliens. But everything turns out it's always not as big as we think. Everything turns out to be natural, which is pretty amazing, because this shows that the complexity and the amazingness, how everything can come to be with no God. It makes it even more amazing. God's like cheating, you know? Boom, he did it. Boom, boom. Big deal. No, you can't see that. Well, I guess if you could see the God doing that, yeah, that'd be badass, but... So, it's more amazing, you know, to, everything come about, and amazingly, with no deity so far. Still no deity. And I don't think I'll ever be able to deity. I guess let's keep on going to the unknown and unknown science. I just hope it's mind-blowing. I mean, have yet to be really blown away But it's still interesting nonetheless. Peace.